Hello my friends and welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you a card using the stamp set. This is called Pup in a Cup, and this is a super special stamp set because a very wonderful girl named Jamie created this entire stamp set, and it is now in her shop and available. It is so cute, and I have stamped this poor little guy so many times. He is a hot mess here. I've been trying all kinds of different techniques with him, some of which failed miserably only on my own part because I was trying out some new things with some digital images and trying to stamp on top of digital paper, and oh my gosh, I made such a mess. But anyway, this time what I want to do with him is I want to show you how to create a card where if you have a big empty space like this, you can do so many things with it. And a lot of the stamp sets that are like this, where they're coffee cups, give you so much room to play with. So on top of the fact that Jamie's already got a ton of stuff, there's a smiley face with some eyes, there's little hearts, there's this bow, there's this really jagged hand-drawn heart, which I'm absolutely in love with, so much so that I did 3 of them for this. But I want to show you a really easy way to dress up your coffee cups. And it's not just with this one. As you can see here, I've got my little pug here in a cup, and I've also got the supporting cast right beside it, and I want to show you a few different ones here, and then we're going to do one together. So this one here, I just created a little flower, so I did this in green, created a little flower. This is my palette that came from this paper right here, and this is like a coffee paper. I don't remember exactly if this looks familiar to you, and you know, which I don't know, because it was in my stash. Let me show you how it was. It was in a little paper bag in my stash. I used it for like a 10 card kit quite some time ago. This was what I had left over, and I don't honestly remember what paper pack this is or what this is from. But it's here, and this is what we're using. But this was where my palette came from, so that's where my colors are. And so this is what we're going to eat. Look at this. It's even got little coffee beans. That's so adorable. Anyway, so that's where my color palette came from. So here I've done this one in the green, and then I've got the whip up on the top here that's all colored in, ready to go, and I did the flower on this one. These guys, I just did some sprinkles, and I'm going to show you how I did that, because one of the things that is so awesome about gel pens is that gel pens show up really well. They're opaque, and so they show up really well over colored images. So if you don't have a set of gel pens that you have laying around for your colored images, that's one of the things that I would highly recommend that you keep in your little stash. And then we've got this little guy here where I did the middle a little bit darker so it almost looks like a band, and then I did the daisies all over it. So I'm going to show you on this one, which I colored in, and you know how much I love the color orange, so I colored in this one in orange, which doesn't go, well, it might, but it's a little bright for this one, but I'm going to save this for another project. I've got my white gel pen. This one is a Uniball Signo, and this is, oh, let's see. I'm not sure what size the ball is, but this one's a 153. This one's a little bit fatter. So when I'm doing like fine detail work, I'll use these ones here, which I've got jelly rolls. I've got this is an 08, and then the smaller one, the smallest one I have in my stash is an 03. No, I'm sorry, an 05. And that is where, if I'm doing some really tiny fine detail work, like when I do my plaids, when I'm doing the plaid clothing and or stripes, I use the 05. But this one's kind of a fatter one because I thought, and then here's another little tip, is if you're not sure what to doodle on your cup, go onto Pinterest and look up doodling. You can look up flower doodles, you can look up whatever you want, and it'll give you a ton of different ideas on what type of flowers that you can doodle. And this is super, super easy. So for this one, I thought we'd do a couple of hearts on here. So, but they're going to be kind of like flower hearts. So I'm going to start here with, hopefully I don't mess this up because I don't want to have to color this all over again. And you'll see what I mean by it. And another tip, if your pen isn't writing all that well or you're worried about it starting, these work really well when they're warm. So if you warm it up on your finger a little bit, it should write just fine on your paper. So I'm going to start off by making 2 hearts. Do this one here, and then I'm going to do another one here. This one's going to be kind of behind this one, and then we're going to turn them into flowers. So let's just make some stems just like this, put a leaf and a leaf, and then maybe even do our little lines. This is just doodling, and you can doodle anything you want in here. That's the fun part about this. So here you've got just a couple of little hearts that look like flowers, and there's your coffee. And it's just like some ideas, just some things to get you going where you want to, if you want to create something. The other thing that you can do, like I said, with these guys here, and I will show you my pens. So for these, I made my confetti for the top of each one of these with these pens right here. So these are all gel pens. These came in a gigantic pack. These are all Pilot pens. So it's 07. There's all different colors. There's oranges, reds, blues, pinks, greens, you name it. There's colors for this. And I got these at Costco. They were in a big old package, and I don't remember how much they cost because this feels like this was a million years ago that I bought these. But any colored gel pens are going to work great. And that is how you can easily, and I guess I could show you. I don't want to really ruin this because I want to use it again. I wanted to use it for something else, but maybe we could put some of the green in here. Just to give it a little bit of green in the leaf. So basically just went right beside, I'm going to bring it up, I went right beside the white. And if you, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's not very much, but just the point is that these gel pens work really good on your colored images to give you some color and some definition when you want to doodle. So now we're going to put together a card. And this is the star of the card. So this one's going to go in the front. And then this is the supporting cast. So I'm going to put all of this to the side. I've got my sentiment, which I thought this one was cute. A coffee a day keeps the grumpy away, because that's me right there. That's me for sure. And then I just picked, literally all I had was scraps. So I'm working with scraps here. So what I wanted to do was start off with, I've got my A2 size card base. And then I wanted to just do, since this piece wasn't big enough to cover the entire page, I cut it, it was just barely big enough, so I trimmed off just one edge just to make it slightly smaller. And we're going to place that one down first. So this one's our base. And this is a very, very standard card design. It's a floating middle with a patterned back and a stripe across the middle. Very, 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 very simple design. But it works so well with all kinds of different cards. And when you have this much going on the card, because I am going to use all of this on this card, you'll see what I mean. It's going to be awesome. So here, what we're going to want to do is trim this down because we want this to be like a floating center. So let me get my pencil out so I know where I'm going to cut this. So I want to bring it to about here, and then I'm also going to want to bring it up. So let me get my trimmer. And we're going to trim this down here. This little trimmer is my favorite toy when I'm on camera, because I have a gigantic trimmer off to the side that I cannot bring into the camera, so we will not be doing that. But then this guy here is going to go right here in the middle, and this is going to go right across the middle of that, because I thought that would be super cute, having all those beans in the back side of this. So I'm going to attach this first, because all I got to do is trim it down. Super easy. No big deal. Don't need to pull the trimmer out for that. And we'll trim this off. Get my giant scissors. There we go. Adorable. And now this we want to pop up, because we're going to want this to be raised up, so it gives it kind of like a floating center. So I don't know. I'll be right back. I'm kind of wondering if I have brown. I do. I always have to go looking for stuff because I'm so unprepared for this. So I've got a little bit of brown here, and I'm going to use that. So I'm just going to trim this down, because this is not the same brown as what I'm using. So I want to cut it off so you can't see. And if you're wondering about my foam, I'll tell you a secret. Cheap multi-pack. I get them at Walmart in the little craft section of Walmart, and they're very inexpensive. I think it's like $2 for the pack. Oops, a little bit more off of that. There we go. Now we're just going to attach this to our floating piece. I shouldn't say floating. It's not floating. It's raised. Just makes the focal point so much. I don't know. For some reason, the dimension just changes the entire look and feel of a card when you add dimension to it. So now, right in the middle. Well, sort of right in the middle. As much as I can tell that I'm in the middle. There we go. Okay, so now what I thought was we would just start figuring out where, layer-wise, where we want everything to go. So I want to be able to see. So this guy's probably going to go in the back. Since I have 3 cupcakes, I'm going to put one kind of there. This one, I feel like I want it to stand up. So I'm going to take some of my double-sided tape and raise this one up. Like so. Right. And then this little guy, let's figure out what we're going to do with our cupcakes. This little guy and this little guy. Yeah, that's cute. So we need some foam on this side. And then we can do a little bit of tape on this side. Oops, I guess we should get this one ready too. So everybody goes where they're supposed to go. So he's going to go there. This adorable little pup in a cup is going to go right here. And then this one we're going to put up kind of towards the front. Let's see, we want it on this side. Did you guys ever do that? Where you can't remember which side you need to put your foam on? I always have to double check. Alright, there's that. Now we've got all these little extra pieces here, one of which I wanted to put on his little head. Her little head, because now she's going to be a her. So I think I'm going to use some glue for this part. And then the hearts I'm just going to use as like little accents that are going to go all around the card. First, let's put this here. Oh my gosh, so cute. Oh, it's so cute. Then we want to put one of the hearts is going to go here. Then we need our sentiment, right? So, kind of thinking we might cut this down and put it in 2 parts. So, I feel like I'm sighing a lot. Am I sighing a lot? I feel like I'm sighing a lot. I don't know why I am. I have absolutely no reason to sigh. It is a wonderful day today. Okay, so we're going to do something fun like put one part up here and one part down here. And that's going to be awesome. Or one part right. Oh yeah, I like that. Another tip about when you're designing cards is to just move things around until you'd be surprised. Don't be set on where you think something is going to go. Just kind of move things around the page until it looks nice to your eyes. If it looks nice to your eyes, it's going to look nice to everybody else's eyes. There's that. And then we still have a couple more hearts to put. One's going to go right here. And because I am everything in threes kind of a girl, I don't know what to do with this one. Because it needs to be here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's like a heart and a heart. Perfect. I'm so excited. Okay, so that's basically it. There are other things we could do to it. We could add some shimmer, we could add some shine, we could add some sprinkles, we could do all kinds of stuff to it, but I'm going to leave it exactly like this because I think it's absolutely adorable. So here's a close-up of Pup in a Cup. Here is the stamp set that you can pick up at the fabulous Jamie's Not Too Shabby Shop. I will leave a link below along with a coupon code so that you can go ahead and pick up one of these and support Jamie's shop, support her art. I think she's absolutely fabulous. This is an adorable stamp set with a ton of sentiments that can go for lots of different things, and here is a nice little example. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you again real soon with another project from Not Too Shabby. Bye-bye!